Dreamworks The Wild Robot hits theaters this weekend, and I gotta say, we may have a contender for new Best Picture of 2024. Let's talk about it. Yes, I went into The Wild Robot with very high expectations. It's holding a 98% critic score. The people that I know that have seen it have given it pretty big praise overall. And I'm happy to report all of that is valid and so much more. We're going to go into some of those details non-spoiler wise here on the channel. But again, we're 13 subscribers away, at least from the moment I'm recording this, to 500. So if you like movie reviews, if you like other types of stuff like, Survivor stuff, football stuff, TV show reviews, conversations, live streams, subscribe and like this video here at Josh Does Movies, as my goal of 500 is moving ever closer. But I'm going to go back to talking about what might be my favorite movie so far of the year, The Wild Robot. And the best way I can describe this movie is it's a beautifully animated movie from Dreamworks that takes us in this outside environment world where almost like a futuristic world per se, where a robot finds themselves lost or lost in wilderness, and their program is to just complete tasks for people, and they don't have really any people to complete tasks when they live in the wild. And Ross here, played brilliantly by Lupita Nyong'o, is just such a fun character that goes on this really incredible emotional journey of going beyond the base programming into discovering who they are as an individual and the things that they love and motivate them throughout the whole entire world that they live in. Early on in the movie, the premise of the movie is they find themselves in a situation with a new hatch gooseling that has imprinted on them that they have to kind of act motherly to this gooseling. And the story that Ross and many others go on is one that is so family focused and oriented, as well as one that really tells a great story of parenting and the struggles and just the everyday life, maturity that you push through as a parent. And again, the script of this movie I thought was worked very, very well. And even throughout the base theme of parenting, this movie goes above and beyond in a lot of different ways, whether it be with the outside realistic nature in some parts of the wildlife. This movie isn't afraid to use real life wildlife scenarios as part of a joke or just a real thing these animals are living with. I thought it's pretty clever how we get to talking animals, and how they work in their environment, I just think worked very well for this, very family-friendly film, but just a great film altogether. Layered in there is so many extra layers of story where they're showing, they're not telling, they're not even giving any details beyond what you see, but this is a different world that we're living in now, maybe sometime in the future, and maybe things have happened. Again, they're not over the head, they're not forcing some type of message, but the small bits you get when you notice them, when you see them, it's very great filmmanship, it's very great, I just think, writing and directing and storyboarding to have these elements in there and not have it be such a central focus of the movie, but that's very much there, and it's something that you can have a talking point coming out, and it's a very clear intended thing. The Wild Robot just gets almost everything right, and by almost, I'm trying to think of something it didn't get right. I think it had great comedic timing. It had really fun characters who work together building and really develop good relationships. It had great motivational points. It had emotion, raw heart that makes you fall in love with these characters, and the animation style and the music that goes with it. But definitely the animation style is above and beyond beautiful and just a lovely world. This is one that is very much a family-friendly film, and in the theater, there were kids that were very young, probably under the age of 6, that were having a blast, but I could tell their parents and grandparents were having a blast too, and so was I. The jokes were landing for all ages. The just intelligent themes of this movie are something that will engage any person of any age, and the overall aesthetic in the world just felt refreshing, new, and even though you can point to things where it's not as new, it just was an overall amazing movie. I have to give this rating a clear diamond. This is one of the best movies for me of 2024. If you're looking for something to go see in theaters, whether you're with a family, whether you're by yourself, whether you're just looking for just a good movie, The Wild Robot should be it. We need movies like this that aren't sequel tags to previous IP, that are so good quality. This is no different quality to a Toy Story, a Coco, a Shrek. Go into this movie, have a great time. Let's build its box office up. This should be a big hit for how good the movie is and how well it works on all these levels. It's, again, like I said, it's one of my favorite films of the year. I can't recommend it enough. Tell me if you've seen The Wild Robot down in the comments down below. Do you intend to see it? Again, this is a non-spoiler review. I just want to come out here, sing the praises, because this movie was very, very, very good. And I hope we get a lot of people who go and see it. But until my next review, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.